Team Destroyer welterweight Concrete Finisher earned his SlapFIGHT contract at the Challenger Series with a big knockout over SlapKage. He then dropped fights to Runt and Black Larry before finding his way back to the win column. Tonight he looks to continue his winning ways versus FPS.
I'm standing with the Concrete Finisher. Now you're going to be facing FPS. What's the strategy going into this?
Well, I'm more experienced than he is, and so I expect to have a little bit over him on that, and I've been training consistently.
Are you training while you're at work too?
Well, it definitely works.
We won't tell the boss man. We won't tell the boss man. Does that definitely take a factor into it?
I mean, it's the same motion as the slap. So
we're talking to a dude that does this 40 hours a week with that same motion. You might have a little bit of a upper hand on this.
I sure hope so.
All right. Well, the Concrete Finisher is going to do some business.
Newcomer FPS returns to SlapFIGHT after an impressive debut during our SlapFIGHT 420 event in Oklahoma City last April. The Oklahoma native showed great power during his debut, knocking down his opponent before standing at the barrel for 7 rounds, eventually losing by decision. Tonight at ONSLAUGHT, he plans to showcase his power and his newly developed technique versus the Concrete Finisher.
I'm standing with FPS, who's going to be taking on the Concrete Finisher. This is your second matchup, and I know he's had a couple fights. What's your strategy facing the Concrete Finisher?
Really just, I work hard, I train, try to work on my stepping, and really just good technique. Yeah. Honestly, is the best thing to go. Worked really hard. He said he might have worked 40 hours a week, but I guarantee I probably worked that or more.
Now, you're from Tahlequah, Oklahoma, or Tahlequah, as some people say. So what do the people there in Tahlequah think about you competing in SlapFIGHT Championship?
Well, really, I kind of stick to myself. I don't really go out and talk to many people. People usually disappoint, so keep my circle small.
That's right. Well, you ready for your matchup with the Concrete Finisher?
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting. Yeah.
All right. Well, the waiting's almost up.
All right, fighting out of Tahlequah, Oklahoma. He weighed in at 151 pounds. Give it up for FPS! His opponent hails from Reed Spring, Missouri. Weighed in at 161. He is the Concrete Finisher!
I am very excited about this matchup. Concrete Finisher on your right, FPS on your left, and of course, as always, our lead official, Kyron Bowen. A lot of people asking me, what does FPS stand for? It stands for First Person Shooter, and that's because FPS is a professional video gamer and Twitch streamer, and he didn't think that it would be appropriate to use the entire name, so he shortened it to FPS. So now you know. Lead official Kyron Bowen just going over a quick rules meeting with our competitors. Both of these guys train hard. They both know the rules of SlapFIGHT Championship, and I'm sure there are no questions. I'm very excited about this matchup. The first time I saw FPS slap, he reminded me of Concrete Finisher. They've got a similar build and a similar sort of an awkward style, but they both have a lot of power. So I expect fireworks on this 4th of July weekend from Concrete Finisher and FPS. My commentary partner, Mark the Hammer Coleman, still in the back room talking to the competitors. Mark is a fantastic motivator, good corner man, great coach, and loves to motivate the slappers at SlapFIGHT Championship. So I'll hold it down until he decides to wander back to the booth. FPS won the coin toss. He's going to have the first slap, and here we go.
2, 3.
Oh, fantastic. Again, clean slaps tonight. Good to see this. FPS comes to us from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. home of the Cherokee Nation. Concrete Finisher, of course, comes from Rockaway Beach, Missouri, home of the Concrete Finisher. Bottom of round 1.
2, 3.
All right, that was a little petty there. Let's look in. Okay, they're going to say it looks good. I saw a little bit of movement there from FPS, but looks like no penalty. I might disagree there, but no harm, no foul. Moving into round 2, you can see good defense here from Concrete Finisher. He's got a little tuck there, not too much.
2,
Good rigidity. Oh, look at that. You know, FPS slap sometimes reminds me of White Simba. White Simba was one of the OGs of slap fighting back during the pandemic. If you haven't seen his battles with Wolverine, you'll have to check those out there on our YouTube page. But FPS has a similar backswing to White Simba. If you know, you know. Concrete Finisher adjusting his hat, stepping up to the barrel for the bottom of round 2.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, fantastic slap. Concrete Finisher is part of Team Destroyer. He trains with Darius the Destroyer and lightweight champion Raven. Fantastic duo, and of course Concrete Finisher is doing very well at SlapFIGHT Championship because it's difficult to prepare for a guy with that style of slapping. He's got kind of a gawky, awkward style, and oddly, so does FPS. So this is an interesting matchup for that reason. Nothing too impressive so far, but either one of these guys could end the match on a moment's notice.
2, 3.
Oh, and there's another great slap from FPS, who's starting to find his mark. Starting to get in there and get a little bit more accuracy. You can see a little bit of swelling there on the left side of the face of Concrete Finisher. And he just gives a fist bump in appreciation for a great slap. Here we go. Bottom of round 3. He's going to adjust the hat here. And here's your windup.
2, 3.
Oh, another fantastic slap from Concrete Finisher, who is putting in work. We're halfway through this 7-round fight, still no violations. FPS checking his placement, winding up. Oh, and he rocks Concrete Finisher. What a fantastic slap. Concrete Finisher stays on his feet, but he felt that one. Wow. You can also see the left eye of Concrete Finisher, right underneath the eye. There's quite a bit of swelling, and I think that's enough to sway the judges if the fight were to end now. But we've got 3 rounds left, and the Concrete Finisher is hard to kill. This is a tough, tough guy. Bottom of round 4.
2, 3.
Oh, and he rocks to FPS, and FPS is barely on his feet. Holy smokes. Wow. Okay, FPS doing a little bit of soft shoe here, but holy crap. Fantastic battle from these two welterweights. FPS almost went down, did a little bit of the stanky leg, but thanks to his huge boots, he stayed on his feet, and the Concrete Finisher evens up the match just like that in round 5. Again, this is a 7-round match. The energy inside PLN Studios this evening is electric. I know I've said that a few times. I just don't know that I've had a fight card in this studio that has been this electric. It is hot. The people are vibrating. It's incredible. Concrete Finisher making a little bit of a rookie mistake there. Took his mouthpiece out and put it back in. Sometimes that antagonizes the swelling.
2, 3. Yes.
Okay, another quality slap from FPS. You might have noticed right before that round 5 slap, Concrete Finisher pointed to the to FPS and said, "Hey, you got to tuck your thumb in." And I can't help but think that that's because he doesn't want that thumb to hit that swelling underneath the left eye. That's got to be a factor for Concrete Finisher. FPS coming off of a loss. He's hungry for a win here. Putting in some great work, but so is Concrete Finisher. This is a fantastic matchup. I've been very excited to see it, and it's definitely delivering. In the corner of Concrete Finisher, Raven. In the corner of FPS, Isaac Spencer. Bottom of round 5. Okay, another good slap from Concrete Finisher. Still a clean match. Look at the eye of the Concrete Finisher. Holy smokes. Look at the swelling. If Coleman were here, he'd say to target that. Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God, and Concrete Finisher's eye has just exploded all over the audience. There is blood on the walls, blood on the official. The medic is taking a look at Concrete Finisher now. Oh my God. Wow. I have never seen anything like this. We have had some of the most brutal underground fights at SlapFIGHT Championship, but this takes the cake. We're gonna look at the replay here. Just a good body of work here. Both guys putting in some really, really good work. Round 1 was a wash. A little bit of movement there from FPS, but they didn't call it. I think it was good. Back and forth, these guys are slugging it out. Each one of them rocked their opponent one right after the other, but that hematoma on the eye of Concrete Finisher was definitely a factor. And you can see there halfway through the fight, it started to swell, and FPS most definitely was targeting. From where I'm sitting, I can see Concrete Finisher is okay. He's talking to the medic now. His eyeball is okay. And it looks like what's happened is that there's a cut underneath his left eyeball, and all of the blood from that swelling sprayed out of that cut into the studio. Wow. Just taking a look at the replay here. What a fantastic battle between these two competitors, and I'm so happy to see the Concrete Finisher is okay. But now let's take a look. We're coming up here on the big TKO. I'm assuming this fight is over. And, oh, wow. Take a look. Oh, my gosh. You may be wondering why we're watching the replay right now, and that's because so many people from the audience and from the pit are now sick, and they've left the studio. They're out in the parking lot. We've got people cleaning blood off of their clothing. The wall is covered in blood. But thank goodness Concrete Finisher is okay. It looks like about an 1.5 inch cut between his nose and his eye. The rest of these people, however, are having a traumatic experience, seemingly far worse than Concrete Finisher. Let's go listen in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make it official. Let's hear it for both these competitors. Concrete Finisher could not continue, so the win goes to FPS! All right, stay here, brother. Congratulations, you look good. You got rocked out one time.
Yeah.
It seemed like you weren't phased at all, then all of a sudden out of the blue, did you just catch it right, or what happened?
Oh, he stunned me for sure. Here, let me pull that out. He stunned me for sure. After that, I started catching myself a little bit more, and I knew I had to do something, so that's what I did.
Yeah, it seemed like it didn't phase you again after that. Obviously, you had some great shots on him. His face was showing it. Tell me, what do you do for a living?
Actually, I labored for a brick crew, so I'm laboring all day for a brick crew.
Out in the hot sun?
All day long, yeah.
So, you know, most people think that this slap fighting stuff's pretty tough, but Compared to that, you know,
Oh, yeah.
semi-air conditioned room, slapping somebody upside the head, it's probably cake, right?
It's pretty nice in here. I'm gonna be honest. Compared to out there, oh yeah, I'll be in here any day.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Your winner, FPS.